I love marinated steaks, and this recipe will soon become your go-to favorite. My family has been marinating steaks like this for decades, so it's tried and tested and guaranteed to be the best. So to get started on the marinade, into a bowl I'm adding in 1/2 cup of soy sauce, followed by 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce and 1/4 cup of honey. So this gives us the base of the marinade. It's salty, smoky, and sweet. Next, I add in 1/4 cup of finely chopped red onion. Now the red onion is quite strong in flavour, so that's why it works best. For a more subtle fresh onion flavour, I add in 1/4 cup of chopped scallions or spring onions. And then I love using fresh herbs with steaks, so I'm adding in 1 teaspoon of chopped thyme and 1 teaspoon of chopped rosemary. Follow that up with some generous seasoning with salt and pepper, about 1 teaspoon each, and now place in 1 teaspoon of minced garlic and give everything a good mix around. These flavours are truly incredible and pair so well with beef, but you can also use this marinade on chicken as well. So leave the marinade to sit for several minutes and then we can coat the beef. Now for the beef, I'm using a porterhouse. Porterhouse steaks are cut from the rear end of the short loin, so it's very tender, making it perfect for marinating, but you could also use a ribeye, sirloin, or flank steak. Now what I do is remove the thick white fat strip and then place the steaks into a container and pour over that stunning marinade. Make sure you lift up the steaks and all those flavours get in and around every side. Now place in the fridge for a minimum of 1 hour. Anything less than that and the flavours won't seep in deep enough. If I'm having this for dinner, I'll usually start this after lunch, so it's perfect after several hours. Now just bring the steaks out about an hour before cooking, so you're not grilling cold beef. You want it at room temperature when you start cooking. Now you can grill these on the barbecue. I'm cooking them in a non-stick pan over a high heat with about 1 tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil. Now make sure the pan is really hot so you get a nice sear on the beef. And depending on how you want your steaks cooked will depend on the time you cook them for, obviously. For me, I like mine rare to medium rare, so I cook each side for about 4 minutes. Medium, you would go for 6 minutes, and then well done, 8 minutes each side. So you can see when I turn them over, they have this wonderful colour. And then once turned, to keep the steaks juicy, I add over some more of that marinade, and this will thicken in the pan slightly and make some amazing serving juices at the end. So I remove the steaks and leave them to rest for 6 minutes under some foil, and I just continue to reduce down the leftover marinade in the pan. After resting, slice up the steaks nice and thick and serve immediately. The steak is perfectly cooked for my liking. I spoon over more of that reduced sauce, and it is simply a joy to make and eat. It takes steaks to a whole different level, and one I've been fortunate to have plenty of since I was a young boy. If you love this recipe, please give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already for more delicious recipes, and as always, thank you so much for watching.